Hello, I'm Ann Johnson, bringing you a bold and classy selling tip so that you can achieve better results and, of course, those higher profits. Are you emotionally connecting with your prospects or clients, or are you overthinking and staying in your head during the entire sales process? Now, when I say emotionally connected or allowing yourself to feel what the person's needs or what their desires are, I'm not talking about, ooh, everybody has sob fest. I'm not talking about being emotionally connected so that you're dragged into their world and into their drama, so that you're trying to solve all their problems for them. That's being sympathetic, and that really doesn't assist anyone. And I'm not talking about making a love connection. I'm not talking about an emotional connection so that it's a love connection. What I'm talking about is empathic listening, being able to really stop thinking about all the mechanics of the sales process. Now, certainly in my previous tips and videos, I've given you all kinds of pieces of the sales process and the mechanics of it, what questions to ask, when to ask them, how to overcome objections, how to override the fear in your own mind, how to change your relationship to selling. And that's all great, but you need to be able to stop thinking about that, all those mechanics, so that you can really listen, so that you can connect on an emotional level and really hear and feel what it is that your client needs. Because that way you're going to be able to feed that information back to them so that they can clarify whether what you're offering, what you have, solves their problem, and really if their need is great enough for them to take action. So how do we get out of our head? Two ways. You can do this two ways. You can practice the sales process, your presentation, how to close, how to respond to objections. You can practice all of that until you don't need to think about it anymore, until you embody the whole sales process. Or if you don't have time to get to that point, then you can do this. You can literally write down the questions that you'll be asking so that you get the information that you need to help this client or prospect decide if this is a good fit. All right? So a lot of people say, oh, I can't do that. It makes it look like I don't know what I'm doing, like I'm unprofessional. No. Let me give you an alternative perspective on writing your questions down and feeling free to go ahead and refer to those questions during the process so that you can stop thinking. Because as long as you're thinking about what you have to do next, you're not really connecting with the client. So think of it this way. If my doctor came into the exam room and he did not have a chart, I would be a little bit nervous that he's relying on his memory. And so, hey, I'm fine with him writing it down. In fact, I prefer that. So think of it that way. You are really, this information is important enough that you don't want to forget it or overlook anything. Therefore, you're going to go ahead and have this, what I call an intake chart. And then here's why. Here's why you either want to practice to the point where you embody it, or feel free to write things down so that you can stop thinking about the sales process. Because it's when you can really connect, that's when you're going to be able to feed back the information that the prospect may not even be aware of themselves. It's powerful, but you need to open yourself up and stop thinking and allow yourself to connect. So a couple of examples. Let's see. I was talking to a woman who is starting a business, and selling is a problem. It's difficult. And yes, she wants to be successful, but it's not just to make money. It's because it's important that she prove that she can do this. So when asking her what her goals are and why the business is important, what I was really, because I was listening so intently and connecting, and this is face-to-face or over the phone, because I was really listening, I could sense that she wanted to really do this to make her family proud of her, to show that she could. That's powerful. And when I said, so it sounds to me like the business is important to you, but what's really important to you is being successful, just so you can give back, so you can contribute to the family. Wow. She was very grateful that I could hear her. And in saying that information back, it allowed her to really understand just how important this business being a success really is. And so it made investing in herself that much easier. Or let's say it's someone who needs to achieve some fitness goals, and they've tried before, and they need to lose weight and get fit, and yeah, the doctors tell them this all the time, and so you're asking them, what their goals are and why it's important, and they're saying, well, I had another physical, and the doctor says, but if I'm really hearing you, what's important this time? Why is it so much different? What's going on now? And my goodness, let's say that person is really scared that this time their health might be compromised permanently. If you're not focused on what it is you're doing, but you're really listening, and you can feed that information back, then it makes it very simplistic for them to feel and understand their own needs and the size of their urgency. So that when it comes down to the objections about money or I want to go think about this, gosh, but I'm hearing you say that this is really important because it's your health. What's going to be different tomorrow? Or I understand none of us feel like we've got tons of money to do whatever we want, but this is your health, and I'm hearing how important this is to you because, gosh, maybe you're scared. That's powerful. I'm not talking about manipulating people. I'm talking about hearing them, really hearing them, not getting caught up in their drama, but hearing them and being able to relay that information back so that they can make an educated, empowered decision. Now, I'm going to maintain my emotional connection with you and say, come on in to the Bold and Classy Women community, where I know I can bring you more valuable information because I know how important it is for you to achieve those results that you desire. And the information I have, the tools I provide, will assist you in getting those better results. And of course, the higher profits that I know you deserve. So this is Ann Johnson, and I'm saying cheers to being bold and classy women, bold enough to really listen and make that emotional connection. Now, you create a fabulous day, and I will see you inside the Bold and Classy Women community. Cheers.